Sandstone and 6 to Italians. Do you have something important to say? Let's hear how free speech is slowly eroding before our eyes. But I don't know, I'm encouraged because I think Broadway is actually succeeding at the task of speaking truth to power, and I'm proud to be part of this community. Now, most people, if they feel one for lost boys, and it's got the right to live in their family. This is dedicated to the beautiful tapestry of immigrant families who make this country really special. Maybe one day, not have to. We have to shift the paradigm. We know our goal is to give you as much as you deserve. $30 billion says mesothelioma victims like you. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, we'll come to you within 24 hours so our team can get to work right away. Call us now. You can reach 502-4500. Call now. Time, at time, all the time. I'm simply what I hear you. Then something opposite size, besides the bones, I see. Next, this was 15 hole in 15 minutes. What they're trying to say is,
Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Mike. Hey, thanks for the help with that position I sent you.
Okay, I couldn't figure out what you're trying to get at. And it,
Well, multiple things, but
okay. So do you want to, if you exit the Zoom session, start your own Zoom, the one you're going to use on next Monday?
Hmm?
Can I try logging in and we'll test it out right now?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on.
Hey, hi, Radha.
Hi, hi. Nice to see everyone.
Yes.
Hello, Rhoda.
Hi.
Hello, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Kathy and I are going bye-bye. We're going to
Oh,
test out her other thing, her other
okay.
Zoom. Where is it? Gmail inbox.
Young Silverado drivers will do a lot next 5 years. For their families, for their communities. But here's one thing they know.
I can't find the email. There it is. Yay. Okay. Unmute, start video. Okay, it's working. So we can go back to the other one. Okay.
Yes, because yes is so much more than the answer to a question. First line bet. It all starts with
Oh, you guys probably couldn't see me just now, could you?
No.
Nope. Okay. That has been rectified, I believe. We'll start in about 2 minutes.
celebrate America's 250th birthday. Through service and volunteerism, we often inspire resilience and unity that have shaped our nation for 2.5 centuries. And now, if you're able, please rise, remove your hats here to present our nation's colors. Please welcome
Recording in progress.
of New York. And what it is. And how did it perform the Star Spangled Banner? Please welcome Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and actor, known for his work on Broadway as his.
Okay. So I figured out, let's go some reverb here, huh? Okay. Now let's see, where are all of you guys? Oh, including, oh, you guys, welcome freely.
Hi, Freely.
Hi there. Oh, am I not showing anything? Okay, sorry.
Well, usually we welcome faces.
I know, sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's just he's a so freely. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so this today's session may not interest you that much, because what we're doing is we're going to, oh, how do I explain all this? We're learning how to learn and we're learning how to study. That's what we're doing. Okay? So one way to study is through Anki cards, and they're basically flashcards, but they do it as a spaced repetition so that they show it to you once and you see how well you understand it, and then you before you forget it, it shows it to you again. So if something is easy for you, then it might not show to you for another 3 months. If it's harder, then it might show it to you right away.
Okay,
And so that's what we're working with. So we're going to take, I asked them for positions from their matches. And Ed said, I don't have a particular match, but I do have a particular position, but I do have a whole match, right? He said. So I'll show you the procedure we go through, guys, for not biting off too much so we can chew. So basically in backgammon, if you're going to get better, you have to study too. And you need to study, in theory, about the same amount of time that you actually played. But you also need to play so that you can test out your theories and make mistakes and find out their mistakes. No, but your theory may be better than the rest of the world, right? It might be, it could be something that the rest of the world doesn't understand.
right.
Right? That's
But
possible.
application is important, right?
Right. So you need both. You need both the playing and you need the study. And what we use this to analyze our matches, there are two programs, either BG Blitz, written by Frank Berger from Germany, or Extreme Gammon, which was just sold to the guy who started, what was it, Uber? That same guy, right? And he's going to put some money into it. Oh, and something for Kathy. I'm trying to watch the matches from the Denver tournament, which happened this last weekend. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or maybe even Wednesday. I mean, 5 days of match, and they had some really good players in there. But one thing that Phil Simborg talked about was that in a few weeks, they're going to come out with a program called BG Sage, and it analyzes your program, just like XG or BG Blitz, and then it tells you what your tendencies are. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were doing that already, right?
Kathy's working with Claude to figure that out, which is amazing to me, to feed Claude that data from XG, and Claude can say, you know, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that, or you're not hitting enough, maybe, right?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Good.
So I'll show you the process that I did with Ed's match, and then Sue will also send a position. And Carol was going to send one. She's not at the table right now. We can look at that also. And I figured out what happened last time around when you lost. Kathy your subscription ran out,
Yeah.
and you guys got dropped. And when we came back in, I had some problems on this end. And what had happened is my iPad took over as the host, and instead of my Dell. So I usually have both of them running. Right? My iPad just watches to see that everything I show you guys is what it's supposed to be on the screen. But somehow during that time, the iPad took over. And when I was trying to change things, like when I was trying to see all you guys, I couldn't, because I didn't realize that the iPad was controlling it and not this. Okay. So for Ed's match, he sent me, let's see, let's share the screen right here. And we're going to go to XG. This is one of the programs. And this is Ed's match right here. Okay. And what I did was I ran it with the parameters of, I set errors above 0.080. So instead of the normal 0.020, much higher. And I made blunders greater than 0.150. Okay. So that way, when it came back with all the errors that he made, there weren't too many of them. So if we set them, lower, it would have come up with more errors. So if we change it to, I got to get rid of this bar that's always floating controls. This is for the match. And it's Ed M on the left. It said in terms of checker play errors, he made 8 errors. And 2 of those were blunders. right there. And then for doubles, he made no double blunders, but he did make one take error, and it turned out to be a blunder. Okay. So this is a manageable number of errors and blunders to study, right? And no matter what your level is, you don't want to study, you can't study every little, nitpicky thing. You've got to set the bar somewhere and work on your bigger errors, the bigger holes in your bucket.
Right.
And so this is manageable right here. So what's the next thing we have to do? Have to convert these into Anki cards, right? Now, if you don't remember how to do it, like me, right? Just say, how do I use Anki Gammon to create Anki cards? Okay. So we need to get the desktop application open, and we've installed it already. We installed Anki Connect onto our Anki web. I think that's what it is, right? And then we import our positions. I thought they can do it, import the maps right there. Has anybody used this more recently than I have?
Oh, I did it several weeks ago, but I forgot now.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so
Yeah.
go to the Anki desktop application. I remember it's a standalone or whether it is. Okay, there's the Anki, but the desktop is different. Anki web. Yeah, I think we need to be right here, right? Okay, so these are our decks right here. One that somebody else created called First Roll, and these two I created, Anki Gammon and Anki Gammon 2. And then other ones that Rainer Burkel created, and Dirk also, Dirk Schiemann, and then our foundational BG ones. But there's all kinds of other things you can download to study too, like this for Italian pronunciation and Jeopardy. I put all the Jeopardy Anki cards that are available. And Neil's numbers, when you're starting to work with matches, you need those numbers to calculate instead of memorizing the match equity table. You can use Neil's numbers to estimate. Okay, so a lot of good things here. So now, Taste XG analysis. So we can do it position by position. But we can do the whole match file too, right? I can do an XG also. Okay, that's where you want when XG is best. Okay, so here's Ed versus Bugs. Now we're going to okay. Well, I ran out of time in terms of reviewing this, and so I don't remember exactly how to do this. It's probably import file here by that. Okay. And you are under. Oh, Ed, by the way, I don't want to like this. I want an XG file, right?
I could be wrong, but I thought you dumped the XG file into Anki Gammon.
Oh, you think so? Okay, we can try that. But it just said in the instructions that it can accept an XG file. Okay, so we're gonna copy it. Import the file. Yeah, and I think we want the XG file in here.
Yeah, I think you have to go to import files.
Import file, we did that.
No, import files on AnkiGammon.
I'm sorry, say again, Kathy?
Go to import files on AnkiGammon.
So that's, this is right. That's this.
Okay.
This is-
Yeah, and then
AnkiGammon.
I just tried it on mine and stuck an XG file in and it worked.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm looking the wrong.
Are you, Mike, are you an Anki Gammon or Anki? I think you want to be an Anki Gammon.
Yeah.
Let's see. So AnkiGammon has to come in through the Anki web, right?
No, it's
No.
a standalone web app.
Whoa. Okay. So this is what I've got right here.
So you just open the executable.
Yeah, so it's not showing it to me right here.
You need the link. Yeah, probably pull it off of GitHub.
Yeah. I have used it on this computer right here. Right?
Let's see, what does mine look like? Is it just a
I shouldn't
shortcut?
have to do that.
On mine, I just have an executable that's called AnkiGammon.exe.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try grabbing it from here. Let's support a file type. Okay. Okay, what do you suggest, Kathy?
Can you search for AnkiGammon.exe on your computer?
I can.
Log files, so it must be there somewhere.
Right here first. It may be on something else.
Where did I end up putting mine?
So if you go to ankigammon.com, it'll give you the download link.
Right, but it should be on here. Is what I'm saying. It's because I already downloaded it, I've run it, and it worked. Right, it created those two. Show you right here.
It's there somewhere.
Yeah, it created these two decks right here. As soon as the Yankee comes up,
Oh,
it created these two decks right here.
Boy, it's taken a long time to search. Why is it taking
It
so
is.
long?
Yeah, I don't know why it's taking so long. But if I have it checking both the C drive and the D drive, it could be on either one of those.
Okay, is this good for you?
I'm sorry?
As far as I can tell, it's a single file that's a single large file that's an executable,
Good for you.
like 192 megs.
Okay. It's not on the D drive, it's Yankee Gammon. All right, Chihuahua. Okay, we can do one manually while it's searching through this right here. Okay. So this is going on C and this one's going to look on D, I think. Colon, and then we'll have we will just make one manually. So let's start working with, let's work on this deck right here, maybe. And we'll add a deck, add a card. And let's choose one of Ed's positions right here. Okay.
Okay.
Game one, in summary, it said that he played advanced
Mhm.
for the match. There we go. For the game, he played world class. Made no errors and no blunders, according to the blunders and errors we set, right? But Bugs made one error according to that point greater than 0.080. And let's see what happened. He actually won, right? Bugs won this thing? Why? Oh, he won through a double and a pass. So Bugs is white up top and Ed is brown in the air. And Ed has one checker trapped behind a broken prime. And he dropped this one. And XG said it was a pass. That's a good thing he passed it, right? So no errors in the first game. The second game, it said he made one error. And the error is right here, the 3-2. Okay, and it said it's a pretty big one. Oh, it's a 0.139. So by the criteria we set, it's not yet a blunder. It's a really high bar, and it is an error, 0.139. So there's a couple of ways we can do this manually. We can take a picture of it and throw it directly onto a card, right? I'm going to throw just this guy right here, just the board, right? Now this Anki does all of this automatically. So by the way, Bugs, did you have a chance to chat with him, Ed?
Right after the match, I congratulated him for pulling it out. It was for me, it was frustrating. I was leading 10-1, and he masterfully came back and won. So I was trying to be a good sport. I said, congratulations, aloha from Hawaii. And he responded and said, I got really lucky at the end. And he did. He had his last game was just incredible good luck. It said I played world class, which is easy to do if you just sit on the bar for the entire game and dance. but every he got multiple sets of doubles and just amazing rolls, and I could not get off the bar, and he backgammoned me right at the end and won the match.
Wow. Okay, so maybe we should look at that final game too then, right? Game match 211, and you're leading 10-5. So Bugs is Francois Xavier, or he likes to be called FX also. He's a really nice guy. And a good player also. So what I did a couple things here. First of all, we created the picture, but also see this export and see the position to clipboard. So that'll save it as an XGID. Oh, here we go, XGID to clipboard. Do that, right? Oh, maybe I should just try let's try that first. Let's do it that way. Okay. So we can do that here. We say the XGID is going to be this right here. And the front is maybe remove. And the back, we'll throw in the whole thing, right? Can we do that? File. I don't know if this will include the, oh, there we go again. This will include the analysis data. We'll see. Yeah, I told you guys what happened with my hard drive. It bounces around between nothing up to maybe 10 gigabytes free. Okay. Okay. So we created this right here. It's going to be an Enki Gammon. It's an Enki Gammon deck right here. Enki Gammon card. The tag might be move. Okay. And I think another good tag would be game plans. Right? So we're gonna because we want to extensively tag our cards. Okay, I don't know what it's gonna look like, but let's see what it looks like. Okay, let's say we're done printing them. We have this new one now. Let's just well, we can do some of these, I guess. Okay. I was going to skip through till we found Ed's position right here, because I don't know any way to just study that brand new position. Okay. Play here. What do you guys think? So what's our mantra? What's the first thing?
The match score.
Match score. So we're both pretty far away in a 13-point match, right? He needs 11, I need 0. Okay. What kind of game is he playing?
Attacking.
Attacking, right? He's got this deep point right here. And ours is more of attacking also. So attacking game plan versus attacking game plan. So that's 1 and 2. One is the tournament score, the way scores, and 2 is the game plans, your game plan, your opponent's game plan.
Is Ed white or black?
Oh, Ed's neither in this one right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is one that I made a blunder on.
Oh, okay.
Or not a blunder, actually. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it wasn't a blunder, but XG thought it was a small mistake. Okay. So if I'm playing an attacking game plan and they're playing an attacking game plan, how should we treat this double aces?
Well, one option would be to move one checker from the 6 all the way to the 2, hitting on the 5 on the way.
So that's not really pure looking, but it's consistent with our game plan of attacking, right? And we have just one guy in the outfield here to continue the attacks. But it's going to also, by hitting them, it'll keep them from attacking us here on the 5-point. Okay, so that's a good play. Okay. And let's say, and the play I made in the match was 2 off the 6-point or the 5-point right here. And I think I pushed this guy closer to home. Okay, so this is putting 2 checkers up by doing this. But it did leave a blot in my inner board. And if that blot is hit, it's going to slow my attack down. So the way Anki works, now what's the best move? We can say, okay, we can choose A, which is what Ed said there, right? Or I think of the game, where's mine? Right here's the one I did right here. Oh, no, not that one. 6 to 5, 2, 11, 9. That's what I did. Okay, let's choose Ed's move. And show the answer. And the correct answer is what Ed said right here. Here are the equities. The play that I made was, oh, it isn't mine. It wasn't an error. A difference of 0.070 is what I did. Well, no, that's not it. One of those right there.
5.
Oh, 5. This one, number 5. 0.078 difference, right? So the weakness of that play was I didn't strongly identify this as an attacking game plan. I tried to play a little more pretty, more pure, and left that blot on the 2-point which means that that attacking game plan can be slowed quickly. Okay, so we have to choose down here if it was really easy for us. Well, in this case, it was easy for Ed, right? And then in which case it'll show us the card again after 5 days. And if we say good, less than 10 minutes, hard, less than 6 minutes, and less than 1 minute, we say again, is what will show it to you. We'll say this right here. This next one right here. And it is what is the best cube action? White's on the bar. Solid 5 prime. The only checker back. But they also have one more blot in the outfield. What do you guys think? Double or no double?
Whose turn is it?
White's turn.
Hmm.
I think it's a double. White has a 5 prime. Black has 3 guys behind the prime. And even if White gets the second guy hit, he still has a good chance to get on.
Right, so it's for them to escape these 3 checkers back here, right? Behind a solid 5 prime. So the rolls that will definitely lose your market, which means that you can't double next time because it'd be too good, are things like double 2s, making a 4 point, or anything that hits out here, like a 1-6 or 2-5 or a 2-6, or a double 1s hit over here, or a 2-1 or a 4-1. So there's a lot of numbers that are that'll probably lose your market by hitting those checkers. That's in a 4th one behind. So we think it's probably a double. Should the opponent take it or pass?
Probably take, because you have a 25% chance of not getting on.
Okay, and let's say then that black is able to make the 4 point, their 4 point. They still have to escape these checkers back here, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So in other words, so far it sounds like nobody thinks it's too good to double, right? We shouldn't be playing on for the gammon.
May not be a take though.
Okay. So Alan's saying probably double pass.
Double pass. That's what I say.
What do the rest of you guys think? Kathy thinks double take.
Double pass.
Double pass. 2 so far.
I'll go with double take.
Double take. Oh, just sticking with the wife, huh? Okay, so yeah, I think there could be enough to take this thing right here, right? But I don't know. I'm really on the borderline. So I'm gonna let's say double take. I think it might be double pass. Okay. B is incorrect. It's actually double pass, right?
Ah.
So some of those that hit this sends a 4 checker back behind the prime are just really good. So what are the equities for this thing right here? No double. You're not. So if you get a double, the numbers are kind of hard to read. If you get a double pass, you're going to get 1 point, right, for that drop cube. If you get your opponent to take it, double take, you're going to win a little bit more than 1. You're going to 1.051. Okay, so it would be an error on their side to take the cube, and the best is view double, and for their side, if they're double, they should just pass it and lose just 1 instead of 1.51. Okay, but the important thing is also that you double. Okay. This is from a match with Mark, and he can't be here tonight. This was his whatchamacallit. Okay, let's say we kind of were in the ballpark. Let's say we're good, okay? Because really it's actually more of a borderline position. And then this is what is the best cube action here. This looks like a little bit different. You came in with 1 checker, you sent a 4 checker back. Okay. But now he's got 2 anchors. He's got a stronger contact game plan. What do you think? Should white double?
Yes, just double.
Okay, so remember Woolsey's law. You say, let's walk to the other side of the table, pretend like we're black, we're being doubled. Would you take this? Okay. If the answer is yes, I will definitely take it, then white probably shouldn't be doubling. If it's I'll definitely drop, then maybe white should double, unless it's too good to double, and they should plan for the gammon. So does anybody think it's not good enough to double?
Black doesn't have very good timing on that.
Right. Right. There's three parts you need to make the contact game work, right? You need to generate a blot,
Yeah.
hit that blot, and then you need to contain that blot. And white is already starting to come in here and is going to be crashing pretty soon. So he doesn't have timing to do it.
Right.
That alone makes it look like an easy double, unless it's too good, right? I don't know if it's too good with the two anchors. But what do you guys think? Double take or double pass?
Double pass.
Yeah.
Okay, double pass. C is correct.
Yeah.
You're the
Double
equity.
pass. Awesome.
Okay. So it's, you know, you can't be faulted too much for taking. It'd be an error. And let's say we're kind of in the ballpark. So let's just so we don't see all these cards again. I'll say easy, okay? Otherwise, if we say good, we're gonna have to look at the card again. This one, I don't know where this one came from. 7-point match. It could well be another Mark's positions right here. So the question is, what's the best cube action for white? Would white double or no, not double? 3 men back, 1 man back, bunch of blots to add that acts as builders to make points. Only a broken 3' right now.
A lot of blots, huh?
A lot of blots. But they're builders, they're active builders.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you guys think? Double or no double? Would you take it if you were black and you were being doubled?
Yes.
You would.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think white should double. That seems kind of crazy, but
Okay. So let's so you guys think maybe no double take? Carol, or what do you think? Cindy, do you think it's double take or no double take?
No double take.
No
We'll
double
say
take.
that's the case. I think it's a double though. Let's see what it says. A is incorrect. The correct is double take. So you guys are at least on the right side of you're right near the double thing, right? You're not saying it's too good. That would be so if you don't double, this is your equity, 0.743. You had to play it out. If you do double and you get a take, you're going to get 0.866 as the equity, but you get a pass out of them when you double, and that's a difference. You're going to get 1 point. Well, they do better by taking the cube. Okay, even though we got it wrong, incorrect, we're going to say easy. Okay, and this one right here. Okay, you guys have 3 seconds to tell me what the best cube action is.
Double take.
Okay.
yeah. Double
Even
take.
means. What does that mean?
Okay,
Wrong.
so if white chooses the double right now, then what should black do? Should black take or drop? Well, you guys are saying you said double take.
Mhm.
Okay,
A double drop.
it should be a double drop, right? Because these are gonna be hard to escape right here. These two black checkers, right? But let's say
Yeah.
we think it's easy. Okay, we'll lie to Anki. And same sort of thing. Looks like it's even easier to drop this one. Okay, let's say double pass. Or the other one was yeah, the other one's double take, right? Double pass, which is correct. We'll say easy again. We're trying to get to Ed's position right here. And for the other side, you can do the same thing as who is it from? Is it really white? Okay, I don't know what the situation is on this right here. Easy. We're gonna jump ahead to Ed's thing. This was, I think this was Mark's position also. And see,
Yeah. Oh, double take.
yeah. So this one, I don't think you guys have the tools to figure this out yet. You know, this is a 3-roll position plus whatever it takes to get this guy in, right? You know, if this were all the way in here, let's say it was off the board already, this guy in the bottom. Need 1, 2, 3 rolls to get off. Right? This guy's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls to get off. But this guy has to come all the way around again. And you have to use a formula called expected pip count to calculate and put it. I mean, right now you're looking at comparing apples and oranges, which you really can't do. So you need to put them in both either apples or both oranges. And we didn't go over that this semester. So we're going to call this an easy also.
There's an average pip count, right?
So it's called effective pip count.
Yeah.
So if we go to XG, let's go here. Let's go to the other one. And we'll throw in a barrel position. Which way were we going? We're going to right. Barrel here to the right. Let's say we set up something similar to what we had just now. That's what they had. And we had 2 here or 2 here. I don't remember, it's 4 here or here. But let's say this is what it is. Now,
But we only had 5 rolls to get off.
2, 3, 4, 5. So these must be here, off like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So
And they had 3 rolls plus that would be more than, but that would be 5 or more, right?
probably 5 or more, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple things you need to look at. If you put it in terms of pips, you have to add pips for these 3 guys are on the 1 point, right? So that's 3 pips. But you're going to probably have to roll more than that to get them off. So you probably have to figure maybe 3 pips for this one, 3 pips for this, and maybe 1 pip for that. So maybe 7 pips for these checkers. And the same sort of thing, 2 for that one, and a 3 and a 3 maybe. So you have 8 plus 7 is 15. And then this is essentially be like on the 25 point. But you have to add hyper pips, which means the chance of dancing, not coming in. So let's say you just assume you're going to come in. You get 25 for this, 15 for this, that's 40 pips. And on the other side, they've got 25 pips, right? But there's probably going to be a little bit of wastage here too. Okay. So the question if black is on roll and they queue, says double pass. What I was going to show you guys, and I can't see it here.
Didn't the Anki card say it was a double take?
I don't remember. We can go back.
Okay.
So I just threw the checker here on the 3 point right here, right? Now, this is expressing it in terms of expected pip count. Let's change it a little bit. Put a couple here maybe. Okay, so it's saying the actual pip count is 22. You add 6 plus 6 is 12, and 3 more is 15, and 2, 2, 2 is another 6 is 21. That's one is 22, right? The 22 pips for this guy, and this one's 26 pips for these guys right here. Okay, but it's saying that the expected pip count, on average, you're gonna need to roll 33.6 pips in order to take off these checkers that are on the 22 point. The wastage. Okay? Same here with the wastage. Okay? So if we do something like like this is 7 checkers on the 6 point, 5 checkers on the 5 point, 3 point checkers on the 4 point. And this is the position that has the least amount of difference between the expected pip count, in this case 86.1, and the actual pips. This only 7.1 is the difference between expected pip count and the actual pips. So anything else, any other position you set up, let's maybe put a checker here maybe. Now it's 77. Well, that's only 7.1 also. Let's start here. This is 7.4 is the difference. The actual pip count is 75, but now the expected pip count, the expected number of pips you're going to have to roll to take them off is going to be 82.4. Okay. So through computer analysis, they found that this is this is closest to the expected pip count and the actual pip count. So you need to be able to convert something like the one that we just saw. And adjust to either pips or to rolls. And so you can determine whether it's a double take or not. Our Enki card. Oh, we threw in the easy pile. Sydney, we can't get it easy. Oh, maybe we could find it actually.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, if we do the browse, we can actually find it that way. But let's just get through these. Just show answer. I don't know if Ed's card is going to show up today. Oh, I guess that might have been it. Is that it or something else?
That is it.
It
But
is-
it's,
Yeah.
So this is the back of that card, right? We are looking at the Anki Gammon deck. This one right here. And the card is this one right here, Ed and right. Okay. So why is it here? It is here. Well, somehow I didn't throw it in there yet. Okay. So front of it, your move. And we also need to insert that picture, right? Which one of these guys is it again? Hyperlink, no. Oh, something like a paperclip or something, right? Add media, no, that's not it. They had a direct link for it to do that. And it was an odd looking icon. Well, there's another way you can do it. And this is in the screenshots. Okay, again, your move, but how do we edit it? There was an easy way to edit this card, right?
lower left.
Lower left, edit. Thank you. I don't know if we can do the link there. Okay, we want that picture to be thrown in here. It's a PNG file.
Can you drag it?
Try. Want to go to here, right? Didn't look like it dragged. Okay, you guys have to imagine it. So this is Ed's position right here, right? And play that you made, Ed, what did you button up over here?
I don't remember anymore, Mike.
Okay. All right. So we can show answer on this thing. It might be better to step up though, right? So from here, it might be better to play the 2 here. Definitely 3 down to make this point, and then 2 stepping might be better.
I think before it showed that that's the move he made, what you're saying, but I think they said 24 to 22.
You know, I think Sydney's right.
Right there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, I remember that now too.
Okay. So yes, Ed, if so the one that Ed made was this guy right here, I think it was. Yeah. And he made 22 to 20. Here's the arrows. And here's one. Okay, that's the play that Ed made. And this is the play that actually thinks is best.
Mm. Wow.
It says make the anchor so that you're not going to be molested and you can make points on your side of the board without being attacked. So back of the Yankee card would tell us that right here. And then we could add any other notes we wanted to. Okay. On top of this. I'd have to switch to another font to do this right here, right? And I don't know how to do that. But the font that has equal spacing for all these. Okay. Nope. Is everybody here or just, oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, while we have you on the screen, Sydney, you must have gone to aqua jogging on Friday.
Yes.
Yeah. Because on Saturday, when I had my trees class, I sent a picture of one of the aqua joggers who sent greetings from Nellie. And we did a selfie. And Nellie sent back, you're your best student. No, Sydney's your best student. So why did she say that? Why did she say Sydney is my best student?
I'm her best student?
No, she said that you're my best student.
Because she likes me. I don't know.
I don't know either. It just seemed kind of odd for her to say that out of the blue, right?
I don't know.
Maybe it's like when she sent me when she and Myrtle and Naomi travel together. The 3 of them often travel places like Vietnam or
Yeah.
Southeast Asia, right? She sent me the picture of the 3 of them and says your 3 favorite women in Honolulu.
Right. Yeah, that's probably
why.
it.
Okay.
Wait, so are you saying I'm not your best student?
Well,
Okay.
what did I respond to her with? I said I have some very diligent or
You said, she's okay.
She said, your top student. Oops, heard Sydney is your best student. Mahalo and Rich are retired peeps. But no, I said I have a number of them that are diligent and hardworking and So, but yes, you're up there. Definitely up there. Top 100, top 20, somewhere up there. Okay. So we failed at using Anki Gammon to make the cards automatically. But that's procedure, okay? Set the error limit and the blunder limit higher so you're not getting so many positions to study. And as you get better, you can even take the same match you did, 5 weeks ago, and you've gotten better since then. So you can run it again with lower parameters. And you can study those.
Yeah.
And Subu sent position. Also, Carol, did you find one?
Yeah, I have a couple of them, but they're in a file that I can't get open because the pictures are too big and I have to fix that, and I didn't
Okay,
have time to
no
do
problem. I'm gonna- I think Subu texted it. Or WhatsApped it, maybe? Did she WhatsApp it? There it is. Okay, this is what she sent. Yellow, blue like that. Okay, we go to XG, share XG. We can share the screen. That'll be enough. We just switched to XG, right? Yeah, you guys don't have to deal with the floating point things. Huh. Show me the. Do you guys see the board?
that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
You then. Okay, why am I not seeing it? Screen board. Okay. So this should be XG, right? Which it's not. Let me share this thing right here instead. And she said her opponent's board looks like, let's see, the opponent's gonna be white. Two, 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 two. That's her opponent's position. Her position looks like okay. Opponent is the one who's doubling. Active player. There's new cube decision, which it is. So she's asking, should she take if white doubles her? What do you guys think? So white did double her. Should she take it? Is the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would.
Okay, so you have to give me reasons why.
Because,
Yes.
well, I just feel like black has a stronger position at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we? We're in game one of a 13-point match. No, it can't be game one because
So she only needs 2 more points to win this match.
ah,
So that might argue for not taking it. But
yeah.
So for in terms of contact games, which she is playing right here, right? Contact game, trying to get a block to hit it because she's 15 bits behind right now. The 5-point, they call it 5-point holding games because she has the 20-point. And this type of position has been studied extensively. So you have to have some pretty weak structural flaws. You have to have some pretty bad flaws in your position in order to not be able to take this. But basically all of her checkers are in play, all of her black checkers, and white has to clear all these points to come home safely.
Mm-hmm.
So this should be an easy take, right? And maybe it's not even a double yet, right? That's the question. Is it double?
Seems pretty reckless for white to double at this point, but
yeah, it's so he's not the strongest player around.
Probably just doubling because he's so far behind. He thinks it's a way to catch up.
yeah, just get it over with and try again. That's a good point,
Gamble a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's put her back here somehow.
So it said it was no double, right?
Right, so no double take.
Mm.
Yeah, it wasn't even a double yet, right?
Did Subu take it or not?
I don't know. She didn't say if she took it or not. She says, I think I should reject because my pick count is far behind, but I want to
Mhm.
accept because I have an advanced anchor and lots of room to move my checkers in and possibly hit his lone checker. So her instinct to want to take it is right? I'll make her position a little bit worse here. And should she take this one or should she drop this one? White doubles, sir.
Drop it.
Drop it. Well, it's still good enough to take. She has a middle anchor here.
Hmm.
It is a double because it's stronger than it was before.
Yeah.
She still can take this thing. Even needing only 2 points to win the match, and the other person needs 10 points. When you need 2 points in the match, you have to be a little more shy about taking a position, but it's shy when it is the case that you have a chance of losing a gammon. Then you should be really scared when you lose the gammon. But here, her chances of, even in this position right here, she'll only lose the gammon about 14%, 15% of the time. This is what she had before, which is even better. And it's not even a double yet. So if the guy doesn't double, his equity is about 0.377. But if he does double and Subu takes, then it's 0.278. So Subu would do better by taking this, since this guy double a no, not even a double position here. So again, I guess you guys have heard me say that oftentimes with a 5 anchor game right here, a 5-point anchor, you can practically take till the cows come home. Okay.
Strong point, yeah.
What was that? You can keep a 5 anchor until the cows come home?
I mean, you can take a cube practically to the, so here's the situation. You're playing a type of contact game called a 5-point holding game.
Mm.
A contact game plan, any contact game plan, it's the same 3 steps to win. Well, there's two ways you can win. Either win the race outright, and with the checkers up here, you can convert to a racing game easily, versus if they were back here.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit harder to convert to a racing game.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on 5 anchor, you can easily convert it. If you get really good rolls,
Mm-hmm.
you could convert to a racing game. So if you have to go the other way where you're playing for a hit also, because you have those 2 ways to win, either win the race or generate a blot, hit that blot, and contain that blot. And a 5 anchor, unless you started to crash already, will let you take also. So you can both of those are strong winning game plans, either win the race or get a shot, hit it, contain it. And that's why the 5 anchor has been studied so much. And it was something that players from the 70s and 80s would try to get at the expense of other position, right? They try really hard to get that 5 anchor. So there are positions that are good reference positions. Let's start looking at something like this right here. Now, white has this 7-point filled in. If it wasn't filled in, let's see, we're out here, and white doubles, do you think black can take? Black is now 27 pips behind. What do you think? White doubles, would black take? Should white even double in the first place?
White shouldn't double.
I'm going to make an unlimited game, okay? So this position, not having the 7-point, makes it harder to come home. But white is so far ahead in the race that they can maybe blow by this 5 anchor and win.
Mm-hmm.
Black can take because they have both racing equity, which is small in this case, 20 behind, and also shot equity. But once we let's throw some checkers there instead. Let's make it 39. Let's make it closer. Too close. One more check. Okay, 19 pips behind now. Now this point is filled in, which means that white is much less likely to leave a blot.
Mm-hmm.
So this is only 19 compared to 27 the time before. But do you think that black can take this here? It's closer in the race. Can still take, right? But look how close it is to a pass. It's getting really close to a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the chance that white's going to leave a blot coming home has gone way down. So that's a good reference position, having this
Okay.
point made and having this point made. Okay. Okay. Please, there we go. Stop share. Oh, Carol's there alone again. You know, I'm not sure what is being recorded right now on the Zoom. Hopefully it's this right here. Okay. Okay, talk to me, guys. The biggest thing I wanted to show you was that when you do the analysis, set your error and your blunder levels for whatever will get you not too many positions studied. And then convert those to Anki decks and then make notes on that. Okay. That was the biggest thing I want to show you guys. Okay. And in current news, I have started watching day one of the Denver tournament. And it was kind of good to see some of these things. The first one I watched was between two old timers. Ray Fogelin is from Bakersfield, California, and he's an old timer. And Al Hodis is also another old timer. I've played Ray a number of times because he used to go to to Los Angeles tournament there, and I would go there also. He'd also come down to my tournament in San Diego. And we've played many times. He's an old player, strong, and I expected him to play better than Al Hodis. But both of them were inside the Open. And it was good to see that there's still some old players that don't play just like XG anymore. He still plays like an old player with the same concepts of the 1970s, 1980s. So he's a decent player, but he hasn't
Does that
really
help him to win, or he needs to adjust the way he plays?
He needs to learn more, because one thing that, in the old days, they stress for playing pures, when you're putting your checkers where they're supposed to be, making primes as opposed to going for attacking games. Actually taught us that sometimes it's right to actually make the ace point. If you have a blot on the ace point, maybe it's right for you to make it. And so you're not playing a priming game anymore, you're playing an attacking game. And he was really loath to do that. He did everything he could to keep from making that ace point. He'd have a blot there on the ace point, he wouldn't make it. He'd put a second blot on the 2 point, which meant that tactically it made it hard to play. You couldn't mix it up with the opponent, right? In a blot hitting contest. So simple things like that actually have taught us. It taught us things about how important the race is in a lot more position than we realize. And I didn't see that Al had learned those lessons from XG yet. Okay. But then you could see that other players had learned those. Ray had the experience of playing a lot since the 1970s and also improving with XG. And then in one of the day 5 one, where I heard Phil talk about the BG Sage, right, which is that program that's going to analyze your matches, and after it builds the database, they'll say, "Oh, this is what you're doing wrong in general." Okay, which should be a good product if it does it well. If it does it better than Kathy and Claude, then so Dennis Culpepper was the one who was doing commentary with Phil. And Dennis is an old-time player also, but he's a strong player. And he would say, okay, this sort of position right here, this is the sort of thing I have studied because I didn't do enough of this right here in the past. So he's still improving by studying with XG, right? They made a comment about looking for 2 good players to analyze the match. And Dennis and Phil both laughed and said how quickly they forget, because Dennis used to be one of the top players in the game. Just like Frank Frigo one time after he'd won the world championship for the first time, and then he went for years without winning anything big. He would introduce himself as, "Hi, I used to be Frank Frigo." So I don't know how far I'm going to get through the Denver matches, but I want to try and watch them because I never have time to watch these things. And the reason I'm watching them is I took to heart what you guys said last time. You know, the format, the team format, right? Suba said she had a chance to watch it. Also, she thought it was a lot of fun. But you guys said that playing your own match and analyzing the position yourselves, you learned a lot more that way compared to watching a match between 2 top players or any 2 players and having expert commentary. Right? You guys are more involved.
Try to remember what they do.
Right. So, right, you guys are more involved in figuring it out instead of just listening to what they say is best, right? And you said that you learned a lot more that way.
Well, let me clarify that. I don't know that we learn a lot more. I think we learn. It's just far more fun to be involved in the decision making yourself than it is to watch a couple of experts play. But you probably learn as much watching, if you're paying attention, you probably learn equally watching a couple of experts play if you understand the commentary.
Right, if you understand, that's it. If you understand the commentary.
But it's just more fun when you're going part of a team going head to head against another team.
Right.
But I think it was also helpful that we were considering a whole range of moves, whereas if you're watching a match and the moves are flying by, you don't have time to think about them, whereas we had time to think about all the options and why some were good and some weren't.
So there's a lot of pros, a lot of positives to be said about both methods of learning. They're both good. I think it's just more fun when you're actively involved in discussing moves yourselves.
So this week here, maybe, where you and I, we had Sangha and Skagit, right? Probably on this backgammon, this PG Online matches, maybe. I don't see it there. Oh, I don't remember where I was going to pull up the position. I don't remember where I stored it though.
You're looking for the one we just played?
We just played. Oh, actually, you have it, don't you? You probably
I might.
more
Let
quickly.
me see if I still have it.
Yeah. If you're now co-host.
Yeah, it's just calling it up into XG right now.
I'm not sharing anything right now, so you can share anytime you want to.
Okay.
But basically, you know, 2 things about that match.
Let's see.
You know, I would make suggestions to the newbies, and Carol's more than a newbie than she's better than a newbie than she thinks, right? But
I feel like I get lucky or I don't really know, but I might make the right choice by accident or something.
remember, it was, well, they credit it to Paul McGrill as saying that if you were to identify the top 3 plays and then randomly choose among them, your game will improve tremendously, right? And all I did for you guys was identify, well, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? Okay? And basically, you guys made the choices of which one to play.
Yep.
And so you played much better than a much better PR because we identified all the possible plays. Once you looked
Yeah.
at, you were able to play pretty well. And they played on the Team Dragon. They played better than any of them individually would have played. Right? By putting your heads together and discussing it and figuring it out, I think you guys played much better than had any one of you had played this alone. Right? Because you played at expert level, except for that one bonehead play, right? And so,
Can you see the screen now?
I cannot.
I can.
I'm going to exit.
Okay, I got it now. I see it here. Okay. I hope this is what my Zoom is recording. Okay. So this was a 5-4 play. See the red one down there?
That you? Yep.
Yeah, the one.
Oh,
Okay. So this 5-4. Okay, so how should this 5-4 be played? Black has a 5-4 to play.
That was one where we should have run.
Right.
Should have run instead of making the 1 point.
And instead of making 1 point. So why should you have run?
Well, if we had made our home board would crash on future moves if we didn't run.
Right. If you didn't roll a 5 soon, right? Then yes, you need to run here.
Take advantage of the 5.
And whether you come up. I'm
oh, to go this way?
sorry. Did you guys make that?
Alright.
City's breaking up on my end. Sydney, I couldn't make out what you were saying. Could anyone make out what you just said?
No.
I think she's on a phone call. She just muted herself.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so let's say you come out to the 18-point, leave it there. You leave a double shot if you get hit. If you're not hit, you can run around and preserve your board. If you are hit, then maybe you can preserve your board by dancing. Right? If you run it all the way out to the 14-point, then only 11 numbers will hit. 11 aces will hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're probably going to be able to hold on to your position. So that was a big mistake. So had you guys not made that mistake, you would have been playing really, really well. Okay. But this is a perfect thing for an Anki card right here. Right?
Yeah.
Make sure you learn this lesson.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's often the difficult choice, when to stay and run.
Mm-hmm.
Well, only a couple of people responded to the idea of having white belt, yellow belt, belt levels like in a. Okay. I think Sydney said love it. Rada really liked it also. And one of the persons they liked, but nobody gave any feedback in terms of I don't like it or I like it or why they like it, or no one gave reasons why.
I wasn't quite sure where you were going with it, so I was waiting to see.
Okay, so basically it says if you're gonna
I'm not sure the value, but
if you're gonna graduate with a white belt, you want to move up in belts, you need to know things like the rules, right? You need to know how to set the board in the beginning. You need to know what a hit is and what a point is, that sort of thing, right? So you need just the basics. So you can actually sit down and play, but you don't know anything in terms of concepts of game plans or anything yet. But there's a certain set of knowledge you need to know to graduate from white belt to a yellow belt. So that's the idea. And to go from yellow belt to next belt up all the way up, right?
So it was independent of Bloom's taxonomy.
Right, it's independent.
Okay.
But we still need Bloom's taxonomy in that, let's say you need, if we're going to try and figure out contact game plan somehow, right? Then there's things we need to know before that. We need to know how to roll a prime forward so we can play the contact game, the containment game after that, right? We'll need to know things about pip counts, but in the sense that you have usable pips. In other words, you might be way behind in the pip count, but if you can't escape those checkers behind a prime, you're going to go crashing. Those aren't good for you. But you have enough checkers out in the outfield that you can bring them around again, then those are good playable ones. So you need to understand concepts like that before you can understand how to play a contact game plan well. So that playing contact game plan might be like the fourth or fifth belt up or something, right? The second belt above or third belt up maybe might be being able to identify this is a contact game plan. This is a priming game plan. This is an attacking game plan. This is a running game plan. And maybe the yellow belt would be how to play the running game plan. But maybe not all the running game plan. You know, you can understand how to play the basic bear off, but then there are nuances beyond that you need to know. Okay. So maybe that would be up at a higher belt level. But basically it says to progress from the yellow belt to a higher belt, you need to know this bit. Okay. And Bloom's taxonomy may require that, you know, we know things at the white belt level or the understanding level, the lower levels of Bloom, right? Which may not go inside the same belt level as that's who work on the yellow belt. It may actually be inside the white belt level, right? So all that you need to get up to there. Okay. So we still need Bloom's taxonomy. Because you need the lower order thinking to build on to the higher order thinking also. Okay. Okay. So now that you know that, Kathy, what do you think?
Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable. You know, it sounds like you've almost just got different grades that you progress through.
All right. Okay. So that's the idea. A dojo in Japanese is a place where like a gym where you practice, right? A school area that you will work on with your master. In Tokyo, I forget the name of it. There's a where the club that they play at. I don't know if it's called Tokyo Dojo or something like that, Japan Dojo, and they actually have to pay money to play. Like they might pay $35 to play that day at that dojo. So if we name ours something dojo, we have to distinguish it from their dojo. Okay.
Yeah.
This Tokyo Dojo, they pay to play backgammon there?
Backgammon?
Right.
Okay.
Not martial arts. Huh?
Okay, so let's unshare Kathy.
Okay.
And although I couldn't do another setting, that would work also. So I'm going to go to the screen. I'm going to go to, I can close up some of these. Here you go, this right here. It's something backgammon dojo is what it is. How do I make you guys smaller? Okay.
And they give ratings according to the belt levels?
I don't think they have the concept of belts. It's just that the place they go to play and they get some refreshments maybe for their their entry fee. A newcomer might be $15 and the regular player $5. I think that's the number. Those are the numbers I remember. So let's look at the Akasaka Backgammon Dojo. And
so would there be like for the first level, would there be everything kind of laid out like you have to know, you know, XYZ, and then for the next level maybe you have to memorize every like first roll, coming out roll, or would it be that kind of a thing?
So the roll, like the initial rolls, right? That might be at the next level up, not a white belt. you know, you shouldn't, because white belt is probably just to say you can sit down, you can set up a board, you can play. Okay. A yellow belt might be, okay, you need to start understanding the opening rolls. That's probably where opening roll is going to go. The replies to the opening rolls might be the next belt up above that. Okay. Et cetera, et cetera. Because there's the initial moves to the opening rolls, the 21 was it 15 opening rolls. And then the 21 responses, the different roll responses times the number of ways they can play it. Well, that's a big number already, right? When I made a spreadsheet, there were over 300 replies to opening rolls. And then the replies to those, the third roll, that's a huge number. And very few people in the world have memorized what the replies to the opening rolls are. So that might be a higher level. So, okay, here I'm getting dizzy. The question, Sydney, was what? I can't see if.
Sorry. The question was, for each level, is it laid out like for white belt, you have to know this and then you advance to yellow belt and yellow belt knows this.
Yes.
Like, that's what I meant.
So yes, we'll lay it out. Maybe a website or something, right? This is what you need for the yellow belt. But then you progress through that yellow belt by playing an Anki deck for the white belt.
To test yourself.
Right? So you have to test yourself and make sure you get it.
That's the way we test.
And then someone inside the dojo can say, okay, you can progress to the yellow belt. Okay. So in Japan, it looks like they have the Backgammon Dojo's official e-learning site. They do some really good stuff there. There's a Tokyo Akasaka Backgammon Dojo. So here we go. They meet every Sunday from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Cost is less than $35 now. The exchange rate is what, about I don't know what it is. $1 or it used to be 100 yen per dollar. It's more like 115 yen per dollar. So let's say $30 for a visitor, and you can go play in that day. Right?
Is it 1 p.m. Tokyo time?
Right.
Okay. Sorry.
It's in person, not online.
Right, in person.
Oh, so we're all going to Tokyo?
There, yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, eventually, right? We have to learn some Japanese, though.
It might be only Japanese, right?
I mean, they're trustworthy.
Not the one
You'll be translated, Mike.
They're trustworthy. I went to play in, when was it, 90, Monte Carlo 95. I think it was 97 I went to Tokyo and played in their national tournament back then. And they had written a newspaper article about me because I was a Japanese American and I went the farthest of the Americans inside the World Championship. And so I walk in the room and there's this, that's him, that's the guy. Right? And so I play in the tournament. There's not a sheet up there to show how it all works. And I didn't speak enough Japanese to understand if they were playing some kind of a Swiss tournament or whatever it is. But I played at least 9 matches and I didn't win anything in the tournament. Right? At least 9. I played more than that. I played one guy whose last name was also Fujita. And so we said, okay, let's use our first initials. M Fujita. But yeah, we just I trust them in that they were giving me matches that were towards that tournament. They were just sending me to this one, right? But I don't know what happened in the tournament. I don't know how far I got. Right? I just know I didn't win any prize money. Okay? So yes, we could go, but it would help us if we spoke Japanese. Right?
Minor problem there.
Right? Okay. Anything else important? I don't think I have anything else that's really important. But you saw that on the schedule that for next week we'll have 2 team play things, right?
Oh, okay. That'd be fun.
Yeah, the newbies and you guys liked it too. But the newbies really liked it. And you guys didn't get to meet Laurel. She was on when we were making the moves to decisions. That she had to go because she was taking a cruise. She was traveling the next day. So you didn't get a chance to meet her, but she's one of the two friends of Jane that came the last couple times. And she's played a little bit, but it's been a while. But she did a good job of expressing her opinion about what was right. And so basically it was Carol and Laurel that were making decisions. Okay. Okay, I got nothing else. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for another interesting
Okay, thanks,
session,
Mike.
Mike.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, sorry I didn't
See
get
you later.
anything working. So
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
thanks, Mike.
my favorite student.
I thought I was the favorite.
You gotta live up to that now, Sydney.